Hi there, folks. My name's E. Julius Kuiper, your 40-ounce announcer, and this is the PPW Ringside Roundup. It's Friday night. There's a show tomorrow, so let's have a beer and talk some wrestling. Now, last month at PPW Undisputed, we saw Tennille Dashwood, aka Emma, come all the way from Australia to brave the cold Pennsylvania winter winds to come face the PPW Women's Champion in a non-title matchup, Allie Rex. We're going to go to Paul Bowe to start things out here tonight to tell us a little bit about what happened there. Paul Bowe, could you hear me? Paul?
PPW fans, Paul Bowe here for PPW Ringside Roundup. We're talking about last month, PPW Undisputed, Tennille Dashwood, WWE's Emma. She was in the house in our first ever women's main event here at Pennsylvania Pro Wrestling. She took on the PPW champion in Allie Rex. Yes, it was a non-title match, but both competitors matched move for move as time ticked by in that match. Tennille Dashwood was getting the best of Allie Rex, and from the back, none other than the courageous Christina Marie came out. She pulled Tennille Dashwood out of that ring, causing referee Jeff Carden to disqualify Allie Rex for outside interference. It ended up in a melee, and Allie Rex and Tennille Dashwood cleaned the ring up with Christina Marie. At the end, a challenge was issued. This month, tomorrow night, Christina Marie gets her chance at redemption. She is going one-on-one with Allie Rex for the PPW Women's title. Going to be a great matchup. I am very excited. I know EJ is very excited. I'm going to send it back to EJ in the Duke's Dungeon for some words on this contest. But before I do, before sending you back to E. Julius Kuiper, I'm going to tell you once, and I will tell you only once, go to the refrigerator. Grab something cold to drink, perhaps even a snack. PPW Ringside Roundup is up next with E. Julius Kuiper, and I'll see you in the ring.
We're back. Thanks for that, Paul. You know, folks, unless you've been living under a rock for the past 4 or 5 years, you know that something big, something different is going down in the world of professional wrestling, women's wrestling in particular. And here at PPW, it's no exception. Tomorrow night, Christina Marie versus Allie Rex definitely has the potential to steal the show. You have to give it up to Christina Marie for inserting herself into that main event picture. She saw someone like Tennille Dashwood, aka Emma, come all the way from Australia for a chance to main event in the PPW ring. And she felt threatened, as every member of the women's roster should have felt threatened by that. And this was a sign that things just got serious in that division. And you have to give it up to Christina Marie for the gall and the guts to go walk down that ramp and get Allie Rex disqualified and get that match she wanted. So be on the lookout for that one, folks. Women's action like no one else does it. PPW. Moving right along. Some would call it an upset. I don't call it an upset. Sam Adams came out on top over James Ellsworth. Folks, Sam Adams is no joke. He's a former PPW heavyweight champion. And since then, he has just gotten better, in my opinion. Under the tutelage of Diablo Rojo, he is just absolutely gone to another level, and you could expect big things from Sam Adams coming up soon. He's in the main event tomorrow night, or later today, depending on when this video airs. Anyway, he is in the main event tomorrow night, and you know he's going to be trying to do something to reinsert himself into that heavyweight championship picture. So, be on the lookout for that. Speaking of former PPW heavyweight champions, Lance Onawahi made his return to PPW ring last night, taking on none other than the indie superstar, Shankar. And in what I would absolutely call an upset, Shankar came out on top over Lance Onawahi. Now, folks, you would think a victory like that would put you maybe into the running of some kind of title match. But no, instead, it put him right in the crosshairs of none other than the Rogue, Anthony Gangone, another PPW superstar making his return after a bit of a hiatus to regroup himself after a loss or two. Anthony Gangone, like Shankar, is just one of those names that indie wrestling fans know and respect. They've seen him, and they've seen him win championships. This guy has wrestled up and down the East Coast, so, just like Shankar, all over the country. These guys are very, very evenly matched. However, very different styles. Shankar, he is a textbook wrestler. His fundamentals are very sound. And as his moniker suggests, he is a hybrid of styles. Now, folks, textbook does not mean plain or boring. It means that you are strong in your fundamentals. Shankar, his is a hybrid of different styles. As I said, as his name suggests, he can do the moonsaults from the Lucha Libre style. He could take you to the mat in traditional Greco-Roman style. He can kick you in the face in strong style from Japan. It doesn't matter. Shankar could do it all. Anthony Gangone, on the other hand, very unorthodox style. He is very elusive in the ring. It's hard to prepare for a fight against Anthony Gangone. You never know what he's going to pull, and that's what he thrives on. He is as much a mental wrestler. He gets as much in your head as he does in a collar and elbow tie-up with you, if you catch my drift. So, this one, I'm going to circle this one on the card, folks, as the showstopper. People are already talking about this one online. You know, I hear people are coming up to me saying, I can't believe this match has been booked. These two men have never faced each other. And these are the kind of matches PPW brings you. Indie dream matches that you're not going to get anywhere else. Shankar, Anthony Gangone. Come on, folks. That just speaks for itself. Also last month, we saw the PPW No Limits Championship Tournament move on from the semifinal rounds, with Johnny Moran and Pat Sawyer advancing to the finals to compete for the No Limits Championship belt. Now, folks, you know as well as I do, sometimes in professional wrestling, things go from competitive to personal. That's exactly what happened with Johnny Moran and Pat Sawyer's manager, Ryan Race. Now, I caught up with Ryan Race a little bit earlier to get his reaction about Pat Sawyer having to face Johnny Moran for the No Limits Championship. And he had some very, very strong words, not only for Johnny Moran, not only for TJ Masters, but for the entire wrestling world, that he is trying to establish the dominant stable in professional wrestling today. Let's go to the tape.
Yeah, we're going to fix all that.
Ryan Race, how did I know I would find you here?
Let me call you back.
Aren't you supposed to be out there helping to set up the ring? We have a show tomorrow night.
I'm not setting up the ring. Why would I set up the ring?
You gotta pay your dues. You gotta pay your dues.
Pay my dues?
Yeah.
Please, yeah, I'm good, EJ, I'm good. So, what do you want?
Well, last month, our fans are dying to know what you thought of Johnny Moran winning his qualifying match in the No Limits tournament to take on none other than your boy, Pat Sawyer.
You mean the problem solver?
The problem solver.
The problem solver.
Pat Sawyer.
Let me make something clear to you. Johnny Moran is a talentless individual. You understand that? And tomorrow night, yeah, problems are going to be solved. And Johnny Moran is going to become the dead man, Johnny Moran. And Raven, we're going to pluck the feathers off that bird. Oh, and don't forget the big boss, TJ Masters. Yeah. Look at my side, EJ. You talking about the spectacle, Clutch Adams. You're talking about the 6'9", the problem solver, Pat Sawyer. If he was in this room right now, his head would be through the roof. That's how big he is. And we're talking about Mr. Good Luck Samuel Adams and that big guy that he's with. What's his name? Yeah, it doesn't matter.
El Diablo Rojo.
Yeah, Diablo. Don't do that. And look at the other side. We're talking about a talentless fool, Johnny Moran. We're talking about can you call it part-timing, washed up, out of shape, big boss of PPW, TJ Masters, and what, the 53-year-old Raven?
You can't deny the talent in that corner.
First of all, we're undeniable, EJ. We will deny anything we want. And it's
denial, maybe?
It's, EJ, tomorrow night, I said it last month, that Undeniable is going to become the greatest group in the history of professional wrestling. I said it last month. We went out and we proved it. Tomorrow night, Johnny Moran, TJ Masters, Raven, try us on, baby. We're undeniable, and you're going to find out why. I don't have time for you.
Tomorrow night, folks, Ryan Race looks to bring his second title into his stable. Undeniable. You're not going to want to miss it. 6-man action in our main event. Come on out tomorrow night. Strong words there from Ryan Race. Folks, let me tell you something. I was standing right next to Ryan Race, as you just saw in that interview, and he was shaking with rage. And when Ryan Race shakes, you feel it for miles around. I've never seen Ryan Race more serious or more determined about anything as long as I've been here at PPW. Other matches to look forward to tomorrow night. South Philly's finest defends the PPW Tag Team Championships against the Punk Rock All-Stars. I've dubbed this one the Punks from the Street versus the Street Punks. You could decide for yourself which one's which. But let me tell you something. This is going to redefine the tag team division here at PPW. Also, tomorrow night, you're not going to want to miss a match featuring two returning PPW superstars. One is none other than the former WYLN television champion himself. One of the men who established that belt as one of the top middleweight championships in professional wrestling today. Mr. Excellence, Brandon Scott. He is coming back to face Caveman Chad. Now, folks, if you're a diehard PPW fan, you remember Caveman Chad. He's been in the PPW ring before. I remember him. He is a very, very tough competitor. We're going to have to see which man wants it more in their return here to PPW. Very evenly matched. Don't underestimate either one of them. I think that about wraps it up, folks. Come on out tomorrow night. Actually, today, because it's after midnight, and this won't go up till the morning because I'm tired. But come on out. later today. Ron Simmons, Raven. Damn! What a card. I'm E. Julius Kuiper. I'll see ya at PPW Nevermore.